Hey, what is up, you guys? It's Dustin, and I am back with another video, and this one is going to be about Jaclyn Hill, Manny Mua, and Laura Leach. Now, yesterday, they uploaded a podcast to full coverage, and I started skimming through that, and girl, there are some things that we need to talk about because it's another revisionist history. They're trying to change what happened. They're trying to rewrite what happened in the beauty drama community to their own means, and I'm just not going to have it. So that's what this video is going to be. If you want to react to this podcast with me, stay tuned to this video. So we're just going to go ahead and jump right on into this. There is a lot of talks about Tati, Jeffree Star, James Charles. They even kissed James Charles's ass, which is very, very weird considering, you know, everything that has been said about him for the past probably decade. But I'm going to let you guys decide for yourself what you think about that. I'm going to give you my reactions and we're just going to jump into this. So let's go.
No, just know I love you guys so much.
Well, I was saying after we were recently at an event and I was saying how much I love you. And because I was like, Jaclyn does not have the LA isms in her. And I specifically said this. I was like, she's like a breath of fresh air in Los Angeles.
Confirm because she told this to me.
That's so sweet, you guys.
I said
Jaclyn,
this.
We literally had a full deep dive about literally you, about how good you are.
And
okay, so do you guys really want to know the tea about what people say about Jaclyn Hill behind the scenes? Because I know some, and it's from several people. A lot of people say that Jaclyn Hill acts like a hillbilly behind the scenes. They say that she acts like she's never had anything and that she's new to money and all of that. A lot of people have said that.
I said it's because Jaclyn does not have the LA essence in her. When she walks in a room, everybody's so excited to meet her, but she doesn't have the stink on her of like,
I'm better than you.
Everybody's ready to meet me. Like you're just so aloof to that. Like you just walk in as Jaclyn Hill and you don't, not that you don't care they want to meet you, you care so much.
I didn't even know that Laura knew what aloof was. I know that she's aloof a lot of the time, but I didn't know that she knew how to use that word correctly in a sentence. So it's very strange for me to hear her say that about Jaclyn Hill.
It doesn't go to your ego at all. Like it's just like
you guys
the
are so
purest.
sweet.
I literally said this.
She did.
And it's like people kiss other people's ass.
Hi guys, what's up?
Hi guys.
Get a Valium, get an Adderall.
Get Adderall.
It's a little too streaky for me.
It's streaky.
I'm highlighting my chin right now, like I'm just feeling myself.
A little bit on the chin.
A lot of stuff's hype, right?
A lot of it's hype.
Flawless. Like maybe a hint of rose.
Actually, yeah. It's rose.
When you walk in a room, you just like don't care how many followers anyone has. And no one in LA is like that. No one. And you're just like, oh, cool. You got 16 million followers? Cool.
Okay, so I like how they're saying that Jaclyn Hill isn't this thing, and she's like the only person that isn't, and they're the deeming factor that they're able to say this because they've lived in LA for so long or whatever. So if she's not that, are they that? Do they worry about how many subscribers people have when they talk to them? I mean, we could go down the list of Jenny69, Jeffree Star, and all these different people that Manny and Laura have used throughout the years to get to where they are, but you guys already know that.
Cool. Don't care.
Yeah, it's the truth though. I could not
you
agree more.
Show the same amount of attention to a girl that just hit 100,000 followers. You show the exact same amount of attention to that girl as to the girl who has 10 million followers. And no one does that. No one does that. And I watch you and I'm like, that's Florida. This girl is so pure and so holy that and it's just like, I was like, it's just like a breath of fresh air.
You guys are literally making me
It's so genuine. It's so genuine. It's so real and genuine. Like it's real. And I'm like, it's so nice to be around that.
We were having a deep combo about it.
We did.
Literally the nicest thing ever. I want to like soak that in. I'm like, okay,
you guys should.
You guys can cut now. Because I'm like,
you're like, I'm rewatching that
because
part.
I said it when you weren't.
I'm sorry. This is just a bunch of Valley girls getting together, and they knew what they were doing with this. The worst 2018 beauty guru scandals featuring Jaclyn Hill. And the tea is they're doing this ChatGPT thing that's asking them about drama. We're going to get into that in a second, but like this just seems so strange to me. Like the only reason they're getting together is to get clicks and views. And you're going to see why here in a minute, because they start talking about drama channels. They start talking about people that make content about them and all of that stuff. It's just very weird. They knew what they were doing with this. They knew that they were going to get a response, especially for me, because Manny and Laura know that I watch them because they're dumbasses and they always say stupid shit.
Turn around.
it's so sweet, you guys. That means so much to me. I mean, just my personality. I'm always like, I wonder wonder like what people think of me now that I'm here. And
I think you're wonderful.
And I don't think that much of you guys because I've known you for so
Forever.
long. But I do think that because like I've always lived in I was going to say LA. I've always lived in Florida. So living here now and being more like face first at these events, I'm like, I wonder if people like don't like me or I wonder what they think of me now. So like just hearing you say that.
It's just different.
Yeah. And I definitely don't feel like I fit in at these events. I don't. That's just like my own, that's just like my own.
You don't in the
personal
way
thing.
of you have no essence of I'm trying to be cool. Like
I'm
you
definitely
don't
not trying to
have
be
this
cool.
like try hard, like pick me,
It's like a pick me
notice
energy. It's hard to
me.
explain.
It is.
It's hard
And
to
we've
explain.
been in
Isn't that all the attributes that Manny and Laura have? It's just so weird to me that they're sitting here saying all these things about LA influencers when they're the exact definition of what an LA influencer is. They've used people to get to where they are. They care about status. They care about wealth. They care about all these different things. It's just so weird and so fake that they're sitting here blowing smoke up Jaclyn Hill's ass.
feeling. It's an energy. And I
it's
think
because
you're a person
we
that picks
literally
up on
just
energy.
felt it really recently, and we just had this deep dive about it because we were talking about things that happen at this situation, and I was just like, girl, sometimes these people are just like this. It's so fucking frustrating.
Yeah.
And then we were like, thank God we have Jaclyn. We literally said that that's how it got
That's how
to
I
this
feel about
point.
having you guys, though. You guys are literally the realists.
Because we're so,
you are.
I
You're so
always
easy.
felt that we were down to earth as fuck. All of us.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's like, you can like have like nice things and want nice things, but you can just be down to earth. And I think that's like the big difference, because sometimes people like act like they're on their high horse.
Oh, I'm like,
and they
don't get it
feel
twisted.
like
I
you
want
need
nice
to,
shit.
of course, baby.
But that's not
trust
what
and
it
believe. It's not the same
is.
thing,
That's
though.
not the same thing. You're allowed to want a bougie life and rich things and have great things and not have an ego about it.
I agree.
And you just don't.
I agree.
You
I
know?
cannot agree more. You can look up.
Okay, I have to like completely disagree here. Let's talk about that closet haul and how she had her gay friend in there popping champagne for her to film that video. She showed all of her shoes, she showed all of her jewelry, she showed all of her expensive eyewear, all that different shit. But she wants you to believe that she's as humble as they come and all of that, okay? None of these people are humble. And in my opinion, they've all been very materialistic throughout the years. They're all full of shit. They are the epitome of what a social media influencer is. If you have a code for every single thing that you post, I don't really think you should be having these conversations like this about how you're relatable and how you don't think you're better than people. Although you may not act like you are outwardly, I've heard things behind the scenes about Manny, Laura, and Jaclyn Hill about how they're not really necessarily nice people. So that's just what I've heard. I don't know if it's true or not, but based on what I've seen from these people, I would believe it to be true. That's just my opinion. You guys let me know down below. I believe that they're all really elitist and they only care about social media platform numbers and they only care about money. They're trying to act like they don't, but if they didn't, they wouldn't be doing the shit that they've done.
Like what you like and go want what you want. But for example, like us just grabbing pizza and just chilling, like sometimes people don't want to just do that.
Oh, trust me.
They
I
wanna
know.
do,
That's
like,
the
the
thing about
above and
LA. It's
yeah.
like so many people don't even want to get dinner with you unless it's somewhere where the paparazzi are sitting out.
Yes.
And I'm like, oh
Yes.
God, like why can't we just be normal?
Right. Yes.
It's weird. It's smoke and mirrors, this industry.
Absolutely.
Smoke and mirrors. That's
like that
exactly what
forever,
it is.
It is
That was
smoke
Hollywood
and
first, and now
mirrors.
it's like influence. It's like it just
like
is-
heartbreaking.
It just constantly. That's just what it was.
It's hard, and it's also heartbreaking, like being such like a pioneer of the industry, and like hello, it literally was. How did it go? I started first, and then wasn't it you, then you? Sorry, I
I
just
started
hit your
literally after.
microphone.
Yep.
But yeah, so it's like watching it go from absolutely nothing to now, like, you know, these content creators being considered
I like how she's like, I started first and then it was what, you, then you. Like they started the whole beauty community. Like it wouldn't be what it is without them. That's just so weird. And we've seen on this podcast from Manny and Laura throughout the years, because they've done it for years now and I've reported on them. They love to anchor themselves as like the founding fathers of the beauty community when that's just really not true. Were they big in the beauty community? Absolutely. Are they the founding fathers of the beauty community? Absolutely the fuck not. I don't even think that Jaclyn Hill was, to be honest. There was people before her, a lot of people before her. So this is just weird to me. You guys let me know if I'm wrong, but I can think of a lot of other people that were doing this before all of them. There's Candy Johnson, there's Jenny69, Michelle Phan. I believe Tati was even doing makeup before all of these people. I could be wrong. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on that down below. It just gets on my nerves because we all know that that's absolutely not fucking true.
celebrities at this point,
Yeah.
right? It's like, it's just so weird to watch it go from something so cutesy and so simple
Pure.
to something
pure.
that's like become so entitled, and people just get
so entitled.
It's,
I think
it's
that's
very,
the word.
it's like
I
rotten.
think that's what it is.
It's the
Yeah.
It's like an entitled
entitlement.
energy.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
you're lacking, but it's very confusing because all that you have and have accomplished and
The entitlement. Does anybody remember when Manny said, if I could just get on that fucking PR list? And I believe it was like for Kylie Cosmetics. What does that sound like? Entitlement. That just plays into everything that I was saying in the beginning of this video. They are elitist. They think they're better than people. And they think that if they say things like this, that they can wind you back in and you won't really see who they are.
online and in your personal life, you have the biggest boulder of entitlement. You could
you
Oh
could
my
be.
God,
Like you
you're
could
so
be.
sweet.
You could.
I think that God genuinely put me through my hard times with, you know, having so many addicts in my life,
Yeah.
and also being so broke and being on food stamps. Although it was a short period, it was a 2-year period. It was so damn difficult.
Uh-huh.
And I think that I went through that so that now, like current day, I had so much success with like all my Morphe palettes and makeup,
Yeah.
and all of that money has always been like, I've always given it back to people, and it's
Yeah.
always, I've stayed humble.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, oh
You've been through
girl.
that.
Okay, that is just like, and I'm not trying to take away from Jaclyn Hill's story at all by any means. I know that she probably really did go through it with John, but I come from a family of addicts, a family. I've lost 2 sisters to overdose. I've seen my family addicted to pills, drinking, any kind of drug that you could possibly imagine. And I don't think for one second that the universe gave me that so I could have more later. I think that it was something that I had to go through. I don't think that I was rewarded for it. I just think that that's a part of life. And it's just weird to say, oh, I dealt with all this addiction and now my life is better because of it. Like somehow like that was you being rewarded for dealing with the people that had addiction. I don't know if I'm reading too far into that and I'm like meshing in my own personal experiences with what's going on with Jaclyn, but I just feel like that's an icky way to say that. You could have said that you had this success in another way and not even related it to any kind of addiction or anything. That's just very strange. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and skip ahead a little bit because there's a lot of filler in here. There's a lot of them talking, a lot of them just wasting time, and we're gonna get into the things that I think that we should talk about because they talk about James, they talk about Tati, they talk about Jeffree Star, and I just want to see what they have to say about it. So let's see.
Jaclyn, in the video addressing James, what phrase did Tati famously describe James's behavior? Well, that's not true. What did
Predatory.
she title the video?
Bye, sisters.
Yes. Yep.
Bye, sisters. That was amongst us our Super Bowl.
That was
Another day the earth stood still.
that was
the
what
Earth-
2019,
I
2019?
remember exactly where
Yes.
I was when that thing
I
happened
also
too.
remember.
Oh my God. I was driving back home from my lab in Palm Beach, Florida. Right? Is that where it is?
Mhm.
Yeah, right next to Miami. Driving home, pulled the car over.
No.
Yeah.
Because I got so many
You gotta
texts.
watch it.
Pulled the car over, had my assistant drive. I crawled into the back seat with my headphones and said, "You take the wheel." And I just, in the back.
Do you know that literally, I think it was like 20 or 30 minutes before Bye Sister went live, I think Jaclyn Hill tweeted out praising James Charles for something. I don't have my iPhone because I recently switched to a Pixel because I hate iPhone. So I would have to look up the receipt. And I do have it. But I know that Jaclyn Hill tweeted like moments before Bye Sister dropped. So there may actually be some kind of truth to this. And I do believe that this was their Super Bowl. And I also know that they should have said something, really, honestly.
Backseat of my car. I couldn't even be in the passenger seat. I had to sit in the back because I was
Yep.
like, I gotta focus on that. That was crazy.
Crazy.
It actually was like one of the craziest things I've ever seen, I think.
That was
It was
wild.
right after our drama.
Yeah, the year
And
later.
I remember I had just so much anxiety because the year before
So did I. I
it
had
was our.
anxiety as well.
I'm like, Jaclyn, your clock was ticking. God love you.
Jaclyn's like,
You guys
damn.
love you.
That's the tea. Is I was driving home from my lipstick lab.
No.
Literally, I was driving home from my
That's
lipstick
insane.
lab
Yep.
in Palm Beach.
Palm Beach, yep.
Insane. And I just had so much anxiety. I remember I couldn't watch the video because I was like, somehow they're going to try to throw me and Manny in because they
that's-
always threw us in every
that's
drama.
Something.
the thing about like once you get in this industry and like you're never ever ever happy to see
I don't think that Manny and Laura were even really truly still relevant at that time because that was after Laura got canceled. That was after Manny got canceled. Do you guys remember when Manny said that he was going to do this whole biography, this whole video compilation of him and his family sitting down talking about the drama that he had been in, and then he got so much hate for it because he made fun of an autistic girl at a meet and greet with Jeffree Star? Manny and Laura, like, it seems like they forget what actually happened around this time period. Like, you guys weren't even really able to be talked about at that time because you were still fucking canceled, Laura. We never even heard what happened with that whole thing where you went to Skid Row. You never donated any more money past that. You never followed up. So was that all for show? We still don't have answers for that, Laura. We still don't have answers for that. And if I remember correctly, and I could be wrong, but I think I'm right, years and years and years and years ago, Jaclyn Hill actually talked about donating her money from AdSense to charity. Girl, what happened to that? How are you going to say all this shit about being relatable and humble and all this different shit in this video when you have the past that you have? That's the point that I'm really trying to make here. Like, this is just crazy to me. This just seems like they're kissing Jaclyn's ass. They needed a little bit of notoriety because we know that their podcast has been suffering for a very long time. With this title, with them having Jaclyn, like, it's giving like, please pay us attention. This video has already been up for 2 days and hadn't cracked 100,000 views, which is very sad for somebody, well, 3 people that have millions and millions of followers.
See anybody go through a cancellation. It does not matter how awful someone is or what they did is or how evil somebody is. Like, I wouldn't wish that sort of thing on the worst person ever because you just know what it does to your mental health.
Yep.
It's so... it's horrible.
Yep.
It's horrible.
It's indescribable.
So it's like you have anxiety.
There's no words for it.
There's nothing in this whole world that I've been through that's similar that I could like describe it to.
Same.
And it's probably the worst thing that's ever happened to me in like my working life.
In my working life, by far.
You guys,
by far.
Worst thing that's ever happened to me. Almost maybe in my life, but like one of the worst things in my life.
But is it not the consequences of your own actions? Is it not? Let's not pretend that you didn't do the things that caused that cancellation. Manny, you, Laura, Nikita, Gabriel, all sat down and flipped Jeffree off like this and basically said that he was a terrible friend, and granted, he might have been. But we also know from that drama that you and Laura got exposed for some very, very not so good things. Manny, you went to Gabriel's house and basically, in my opinion, strong-armed him into apologizing to you. He posted a whole video about it, but now y'all are friends again. Laura, Jeffree said that you're evil and your soul is black, and you were going around allegedly telling people about Jackie Ina not paying her taxes. But these are the people saying, oh, Jaclyn, you're such a good person. You don't have the LA-isms and you're aloof to everything in LA. Girl, they're saying that because they're not and you are, and they're wanting to capitalize on you. And that's just my personal opinion. A grifter's going to grift. A social climber's going to social climb. And it seems, in my opinion, like Manny and Laura really, really needed this PR from Jaclyn Hill. They really needed her on this podcast. And I just don't think it did what they thought it was going to do. And that's my opinion. You guys let me know yours down below.
I would say I've been through so much in my life. I've been through a lot.
I would say it's top 3.
It's still one of the worst things.
It sits in the top 3 of the worst things that's ever happened in my life.
Having people dig into your life and your family's life and just say the nastiest things. And the worst part is having people say things about you that you know are true.
Yes.
Like the things that you don't like about yourself, them bringing that to light.
Girl.
But also they spin a narrative about you that's also not true. But because you're being canceled and it gets so big and broadcasted out there, you know it's almost impossible to rewind that narrative that they put out there about you.
Yeah,
you know?
It's awful.
The thing is also, once the bandwagon kind of starts, like everything anyone says, even if it's false, is true.
Correct.
About you, because you're the one that's in that turmoil. I had so many things that were lied about me during the thing that I was like, girl, this is not even real.
You guys, if
what are you talking about?
I saw a video pop up about me. Oh, here I go. Here she goes. I saw a video pop up about me like a year ago and it had almost 1 million views and it was like a full-blown documentary on YouTube.
I didn't watch it, of course, but I saw
I know the thumbnail. I saw the thumbnail as well.
It had like 800,000 views, I think.
Okay, here's my thing. Manny and Laura literally in this podcast talk about how they've had it for 4 years, okay? And they're about to get into talking about drama channels and how it affects them and how all these videos get all these views. But what they don't want to talk about or what they don't really want to acknowledge is Manny and Laura are drama channels. They make a lot of the same videos that I make, their friend Sloan makes, Spill Sesh makes, Trisha makes. all of these people that used to hate on drama channels, like, and I'm not throwing Trisha under the bus. You guys know I love Trisha. She used to talk about drama channels. She was friends with us. But still, in some way, what her and Oscar do is drama. What Manny and Laura do on their podcast is absolutely drama. Jaclyn coming on here to talk about this on a drama podcast is her giving into drama. And like, I don't understand how they can say what they're doing is not drama commentary and critical critiques of people, how it's any different than what we do. But for years, they've tried to make us all look like shit, like we're liars, when the reality is, like, we can't move unless they move. We can't talk about things unless they do things. We can't just get on the internet and slander people. We can't just get on here and lie and make up things. We can't defame people. So if what is being said about them isn't true, why haven't they done anything? Literally for fucking years, okay? Everything that they have done has been documented. Everything that they have said has been meticulously archived on the internet that you can go back and watch and see for yourself throughout the years of videos that I've made and other channels have made. So it's just so strange, so bizarre, so peculiar, so weird that they would get on here and act as if what they're doing is not literally the same thing that they're fucking commenting on. Okay, that's where I'm at with this. This is so weird. I'm so sick of Manny and Laura not acknowledging that they are fucking drama channels. And arguably, they get more attention, I think, on this drama channel than they do on their regular OG beauty YouTube channels. So, girl, it's 2025. It's time to wake up and smell the roses. We're not in fucking 2018 anymore. Okay?
Like, good for you. Am I low-key good
Fuck
for
yeah.
you, Jaclyn? That's fucking
Fuck yeah, you did get that
sick,
abuse
bitch.
then.
This is the way you have to rewire your brain.
Yeah,
because
it's trauma.
you have
You
to
have
detach
to.
yourself
You
from
have to.
so much trauma.
You have
You're
to.
like, oh, thank God, I'm so relevant.
Yeah, exactly. No,
Like,
literally.
Jaclyn, you're killing it, babe.
We're like this. I'm so fucking proud of you, baby.
800,000.
Holy fuck.
Baby, you got it.
Wait, that's so real. We all actually all do that. It's so real.
I'm like, I hate video. Oh, at least it has hundreds.
It has so many likes.
I was like, who cares what they're saying? It's all bullshit. But Jaclyn,
Look at you.
800,000.
It's rationalizing.
Was it bullshit when you and Manny went up into the Morphe and pretended like you bought thousands of dollars worth of shit that you were going to give away that was comped by Linda Morphe? Was that a lie? Listen, if you can prove that that's a fucking lie, I will eat my words, Laura. But it has been proven, and it's on the fucking internet, that receipt said 000 when you and Manny were literally in Snapchat saying, oh, I'm buying this, I'm buying this. You didn't buy a damn thing, girl. You didn't buy a motherfucking thing. Not one thing. And Jaclyn, let's talk about Jaclyn. Let's talk about a little bit of her drama. She wants to act like she hasn't done anything that would warrant her getting backlash on the internet. Let's not even talk about the lipsticks. Let's talk about the vault and how Morphe changed the vegan formula right out from beneath her, and she didn't even address it for a good long while, and she just went on to tell people that it was the same formula when it was not vegan. And it had these different pigments in them that were made from crushed beetles. And I get it. A lot of people wear makeup that has that in it. I'm not even saying that that's nasty, because at some point we've all came into contact with dead bugs. If you eat a fucking Snicker bar, there's a chance, a small chance, that you might end up getting a little piece of a bug every now and then. That's just the way things are. But let's not skate past that. All of these people have had their own dramas, and it's all been warranted. It's not all bullshit. So for you to get on here and say that, Laura, you're full of shit. You're a liar, and you know it. Maybe your soul is dark. Maybe Jeffrey was right about you. Like I said about Jeffrey, a broken clock is right twice a day. Okay? So for you to say what I'm doing or anybody else in this commentary space that you're a part of is bullshit, you're a fucking hypocrite, Laura.
Started this video because I was just like, I got it. Like, what's going on? I started this video. I watched maybe 5 minutes.
No, Jaclyn, no.
And Jordan is over my shoulder. Why are you watching this? Why are you watching this? Why are you watching this? And I turned that off so fast because I'm like, oh my God, if I was not me, I would hate me. These videos are so, these
very
videos
convincing.
It's painted
they're
in
so
a way.
convincing.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh my God. And like, it messes with your brain. And then you're like, am I a terrible person?
No.
Is my family terrible people? It's awful. I would just not wish it upon
anyone, because you know what it feels like.
My sister's was
iconic.
A Super Bowl.
It was a Super Bowl.
Honestly,
And while we're talking about it, Jaclyn, let's bring up when you weaponized what happened to John and said that Nick, and Rich Lux had anything to do with that. Like we in some way compounded on what he was going through, when that is just unequivocally not true. Not true at all. Anybody that I'm associated with or was associated with in the past that ever spoke about John, ever in any context to his sobriety, never, ever attacked him. We always defended him. But when he passed away, and we talked about it in a very respectful way, and you can go back on the video that I posted about it, you went on Instagram and on Twitter and directed people to hate on me, like tag me, tag Nick, and tag Rich Lux, and tried to make people come after us. So you're doing that very fucking thing that you're accusing us of, when the reality is we were just giving constructive criticism about the situation that you were going through and giving our fucking condolences, but you sent people to attack us. So what is that? And let me tell you, I don't give a fuck. You can send all the people to hate on me all you want. At the end of the day, it just increases my numbers anyway. I don't care. Other people's opinions of me is not my business, and I feel like it would do Manny, Laura, and Jaclyn Hill, and I'm beating the shit out of this mic, a lot of good to just not pay attention to the things that people say about them on the internet. You already know what you did. You already know why the video is being made. So I don't even understand why you're surprised that videos are being made about you guys still to this day. Because like I said in the past, we cannot move unless you move. So in some way, well, not in some way, it's your own fault. Like, we can't talk about you unless you do something for us to talk about. We cannot contrive things. We cannot make up things. This is 2025, and the truth always comes out. It always comes out. Probably now more than ever.
It was very triggering, by the way. It was very triggering.
I will say
triggered.
mine and Manny's drama up to that point was the biggest beauty guru drama that had ever
100%.
happened. And then Bi Sisters just completely wiped
took
us
the
out.
championship
Honey,
belt.
we said,
baby, and I think it's
all right.
still
Oh yeah,
the
I think
championship
it
belt
never
of the
passed
beauty guru
that.
scene.
Like, don't you feel like Bi Sisters was like the biggest of all time for beauty?
In beauty.
Don't you think that, I feel like my lipsticks could have been bigger.
I think it's
Possibly.
or definitely like in that
leveled
same
out.
like trajectory. Because the Bi Sisters thing involved so
Also, too, I love how both of them can really acknowledge that Bi Sister was one of the biggest dramas, if not the biggest drama on the internet. But somehow, Manny and Laura are still associated with James Charles. There's still rumblings behind the scenes about how he operates. We literally just months ago had this whole situation with Kayla Malik where he was talking to her ex-boyfriend and had him over. Y'all are still friends with James Charles. When are these people going to realize that they are part of the problem that they're speaking about in this very video? And I get that I may be a little bit preachy about this. I'm just very passionate about it because James Charles gives me the motherfucking ick. Okay? And you know why. I know why. The public knows why. I don't even understand why anybody would still be associated with him. But Manny and Laura, for some reason, money probably, they're still friends with him and still associate with him. And this video, honestly, is just getting on my nerves. There's still probably about 30 minutes left and I've been interrupting. I might have to come back and revisit some more. There's really not that much more tea, but if you guys want me to finish it, I may do it in another video, but I'm going to go ahead and go. I want to know what you guys think about this. I feel like I've done enough in this video. I don't think I can react to this anymore. I've said basically everything I need to say. I feel like I've covered it very well. There's a lot more that I could go into at the end of this video. They talk about some more things, but I just can't tolerate it anymore. I can't deal with them anymore. They're really annoying me. But I want to know what your thoughts and opinions are on this because I know you guys have some. But if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like it. And if this is your first time here, please consider subscribing. And also, please consider hyping the video. It really does help me a lot. And I appreciate you guys doing that with all the videos that I've been posting. And with that said, you guys, I hope you all have an amazing day. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.